Yo, yo, yo. Day 6. We back at it, day 6. Okay, that was mad gay. Won't lie. I'm really bad at the YouTube intros. I don't know how to run it. I'm not even subscribed to bro. Let me subscribe to bro. Alright, day 6. Okay. We have break of structure.
Let's go.
And now this is actually, I'm pretty sure this is actually like, this is not a motivational video. Okay, recap time. It was just goal setting, just setting a bunch of goals. I'm not gonna go through all of my shit again because you can watch day 5. But yeah, just goal setting basically. Talking about how to stay at it. I won't lie, feeling mad motivated today. Did the big 3 today. I did the big 3. Went to school, went to gym, and now we trading. That's really the big 3. Alright. Day 6. Let's get started.
Let's get it, baby. I know you love seeing my beautiful face every damn morning. What's good, baby? Welcome to boot camp day day 6, I believe. Welcome to boot camp day 6. Okay, today we're back on it with the trading. Okay, we are going to be talking about break of structure. Okay, I figured, we're gonna get the beginners right out. Hold on, there's a fly.
Bros, guys always beefing
We're
with
gonna get the
flies,
we're gonna get the beginner shit out of here first, so we can start getting into this. Because right after this trading video, the next trading video is going to be talking about liquidity, so we can actually get into some shit. All right, so first we need to understand break of structure, because we've talked about candlesticks, so we know the little drawings on the chart, and now we know trends. Right? Yeah. Now we need to understand why and when the market's trending, and when it actually switches direction, okay, when it breaks structure, when it gets a market structure shift. Okay? So the simplest way that I can describe a break of structure is a shift in the trend. Okay? So we know, right, trends move in higher highs and higher lows. Okay? We also know, or actually, I haven't even talked about this. Okay, so trends move in higher highs and higher lows. Okay, right, and then lower lows and lower highs on the contrary, right, in a downtrend. Okay, what makes up a high in the first place? This is something that I didn't talk about in the trends because I was going to save it for the break of structure video. Okay, so what makes a high? A move up, then a move down, right? High. What makes a low? A move down, then a move up. Low. Okay, so
I need to draw my little diagrams. I know you can hear my brother bouncing the ball. Just chill out. Let me just make him stop bouncing. That guy's room fucking stinks, bro. Like, it's actually bad. he's not stopping, whatever.
When we apply this to the charts, okay, it is literally as simple as that. A high, okay, is a move up, then a move down. A low is a move down, then a move up. Okay? So what does that mean? It only takes 2 candles. Essentially, it's a candlestick pattern. So if there is one green candle up and then a red candle down, that's a high. If there is one red candle down and then one green candle up, that's a low. It's not, it doesn't have to make a perfect little fucking shape, okay? It doesn't have to look perfect. It doesn't have to look pretty, because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of beginner traders especially, think highs and lows have to be like, you know, like look exactly the same, right? So let's jump into the charts and start outlining what a high and low even looks like before we even get into break of structure, because we have to understand what highs and lows look like in order to understand what a break in structure is, right? Because if that means the trend is changing, if we're saying a trend is higher highs and higher lows, and the trend changes, we have to know what those highs and lows even look like, right? So this is a perfect example of an odd looking high that people probably wouldn't even call a high. People would probably call this the high. No. Okay? It's not, you can't just lump them together. That's not how this shit works. Okay? So, first of all, right, we do have a move up, then a move down. What does it consist of? Literally a blue candle, then a black candle. My chart is blue and black. It just looks cool that way. Okay? That's why I have it. Okay? So this is a high. Right? This right here is the high. Off the wicks of the blue candle right there. Perfect. That's a high. Okay? And on the contrary, right, we have a move down, then a move up. So what is this? A low. Cool? Cool. Right? This, again, is still a high. It just doesn't look as pretty as this. Right? Why? Because we have a blue candle, meaning a move up, and then a move down. Okay, it's 2 candles. And you're probably going to say, well, TJR, where's the high? Is it off the wick of this candle, or is it off the wick of this candle? Well, since a high takes 2 candles to form, you're going to take the highest wick of whichever of those 2 candles it is. Okay, so boom. We got a high right here. Okay, and same thing down here, right? If this blue candle's wick
highs and lows are made of 2 candles.
Was lower than the black candle, that would be the low. Makes sense? Cool? Good? We got it? Hopefully I don't have to cover that. Hopefully I don't have to cover that again. Okay, we can go over another example. What is this? This is a high. Why? Because there's a blue candle, then a black candle. Literally, it only takes 2 candles to make a high. Perfect. Boom. We find the top wick between the 2 candles. Done deal. Okay? This is a low. Why? Because there's a move down, then a move up. This is a low. Why? Because there's a move down, then there's a move up. Cool?
Got you.
Cool. Same thing right here. This is a low. Why? Because there was a move down, then a move up. Right? If we scale into the 4 hour and look at this, this is the low. Right? It makes sense that this would be the low and not the start of the black candle, or not the wick of the black candle, because if we zoom in and look at it, what the fuck is that? Right? This ain't no low. The low's all the way down here. Okay? So boom. We know what lows and highs are now. Perfect. Clap it up. We got like the super beginner shit done. Okay? Perfect.
Day 6, by the way.
All right. We know what lows are what lows and highs are, and if we know what trends are, and if we know what lows and highs are, then we can know when a trend breaks and when market structure shifts. Okay? Why? Because if an uptrend moves in higher highs and higher lows, but then it doesn't anymore, it ends up breaking, what is likely going to happen? Okay, it's going to start making lower lows and lower highs. And that start breaking. If an uptrend moves in higher highs and higher lows, but then, it doesn't anymore, it ends
How
up...
can you just say it doesn't anymore? Like, how do you know it's not gonna? How do you know it just doesn't anymore? Like, does it depend on how much it drops? Or okay.
breaking, what...
So what if it drops like more than it's normally dropping in the trend? Then the trend's probably broken. Okay, I guess that makes sense, but it's like that's like at that point you're kind of just guessing though. Like there's no way to for real tell. I'm gonna just quickly go get some food. He's probably gonna explain that. Then I'm just
is likely going to happen? Okay, it's going to start making lower lows and lower highs.
yeah.
And that is what we call a break of structure.
Okay.
Okay?
So
meaning
wait.
we break the trend that the current market is currently in. Okay? We break that trend and then flip. Flip market direction.
But how do you know when the break of structure happens? Like, you know what I mean though, right? Because like, if it goes down more than it's like usually going down, but it's still following the trend, it's just gonna come back up. So how do you like? Maybe I'm being slow. Hold on. I'm sure you guys might know.
Flip market structure in the other direction. Okay? And break of structure is very, very simple, but for some reason I get lots of questions on it, and in this video I will try and simplify this shit so literally a child can understand it, okay? I'm going to try and make this super simple.
I understand what it is. I'm just saying, how do you know when it happens without guessing?
Okay, a break in structure to the upside, okay, and we'll show examples of this on the chart and through drawing, okay. A break of structure to the upside, so that means there is a downtrend currently, right? A break of structure to the upside is when we have a closure, a candle closure, not a wick, a candle closure.
That doesn't. A candle closure that isn't a lower high. It's a higher high.
Above a high.
Early, I'm tapped in. I don't really need to write that down because I kind of just put the pieces together, but I will. I need it.
Not a wick. We have a closure, a candle closure, not a wick, a candle closure above a high. Remember, what's a high? A move up, then a move down. So that means in order for it to break structure to the upside, we have to see a single candle close fully, meaning closing above this high. Meaning the candle body has to be above the wick of the high. Make sense? Let's find an example on the...
Wait. Was I wrong? Did I do all that for nothing? Let me just get his...
Structure to the... That means there is a downtrend currently, right? A break of structure to the upside is when we have a closure...
Break of structure is when totally, it just gets louder and louder. So
A structure to the upside is when we have a closure, a candle closure, not a wick, a candle closure above a high.
Candle closure above a high.
Remember, what's a high? A move up, then a move down. So that means in order for it to break structure to the upside, we have to see a single candle close fully, meaning closing above this high. Meaning the candle body has to be above the wick of the high. Make sense? Let's find an example on the chart. Because I'm not sure this makes sense yet. Because this is how I described the last video, and we still had questions. But that's okay. Questions are good.
I think I'm
gonna try and help you guys understand this.
I kind of feel like I don't.
Okay. So, right here, we get a move up, then a move down, then a move up. Okay, perfect. We made a low right here. And as you can see right here, we had like a miniature uptrend. Okay, we come down, get a move down, then a move up. We get another low. Cool. I no longer care about this previous low. I'm only caring about the most recent one. Okay, and we'll get into that a little bit later into this video. Okay, I only care about the most recent high or low that has been made. As you can see here, we previously had broke structure to the upside, right? Uptrend. Okay. Then we have this low, and what happens, right? We have a move down, then a move up, but then, right, we weren't in a downtrend previously, but what happens with this candle? The body of the candle closed below the low. So what happened? What did it cause it to do?
Go down.
Started a downtrend.
Yeah.
Right? Boom. Lower high, lower low. Probably going up to form a lower high, or retracement on the weekly time frame to come up within here. Okay. So, are we starting to understand what a break of structure is? Now let's try and find a break of structure to the upside.
I already know what my homework is.
This is just lovely, right? What happens? We were previously trending up. This gives us two perfect examples of this. Previously trending to the upside, right? We see a low. What happened to the low? The body of the candle closed below it. What happened to the trend? It shifted, right? We have a high right here. We have a low right here. Where's the next high? Right here. Where's the next low? Right here. Lower low. It shifted, right? We have a high right here. We have a low right here. Where's the next high? Right here. Where's the next low? Right here. Lower low, lower low, lower high. What's this right here? A move down, then a move up. That's a low. What's this right here? Move up, then a move down. That's a high. What's this? A lower high, a lower low. Wow, would you look at that? It's a
low, high, low, high, low, 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 high, 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 low, low, low. Slow down, bro. Please.
Then a move down. That's a high. What's this? A lower high, a lower low. Wow, would you look at that? It's a trend. It's a downtrend because market structure broke. Okay? So now that we're in a downtrend, what happens over here? We have a high right here, and you're going to say, oh, yeah, it broke. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. We also had a high right here. Why? Why is this a high, guys? Why is it a high? Because we have a move up and then a move down. We get a closure above it, okay? The candle closed above the wick, and then what happens? Bing bong, moves to the upside. Yeah, we did get a retracement down, but hey, look, high or low.
Retracement is a short-term change in the market contrary to the current trend. Shout out Goat Man.
Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Continues. Okay? That is breakup structure to the upside. Now, what's breakup structure to the downside? Well, it's when we have an uptrend and then schmink, a low gets taken out. Right? Same exact thing, just in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Right? Low gets taken out. Okay? Boom, we start the downtrend. Okay? Pretty simple stuff, right? Let me show you guys what a breakup structure is not. And I think this is where a lot of people slip up. Right here is a perfect prime time example of this. Right here, we get a move up, then a move down. So what does this make? A high. Correct. Right here, we get a move up.
Let's really break this down.
Right here, we get a move up, then a move down.
Move up, move down. Got you.
So
High.
what does this make?
High.
A high.
Yes.
Correct.
Down.
Right here, we get a move up,
Move down.
and then a move down.
And another move
This
down.
wick goes higher than this wick, right?
Yeah.
So technically, this high
This-
is higher
this-
than this high. However, we do not give no fucks. We do not give a crap. We do not care about wicks going above highs or going below lows. That does not mean anything to us.
Because it has to be a whole candle. Yes. I remember he told us that just now. He told us that earlier.
We need a candle close because as you can see right here, oh no, it's a higher high. What's gonna happen? Oh no, it falls? What? This isn't what TJR taught us. Well, here we are, teaching you this shit. Okay? So, we get this wick going higher than this wick, but we don't care because it doesn't close above it. It is not a break of structure unless the candle closes above it. Write that down. It is not a break of structure unless the candle closes above a high or below a low.
Bro, I need to get a pen that's like erasable or something. What did you say?
Or below a low. Candle closes above it. Write that down. It is not a break of structure unless the candle closes above a high
Above a high. Unless the candle closes above a high.
or below a low.
Or below a low. Got you.
Right? For example, if let's say this black wick, let's say this wick went lower than this low. That would not have been a break of structure. That would not have been a break of structure.
Where's the low?
And this whole thing wasn't a break of structure
Okay, no,
until
I saw it. I found.
this most recent low got closed below. That's all break of structure is.
I see.
Whatever the most recent. Okay, ready? So we'll simplify this even more. Right?
Yes.
It's literally a step-by-step execution of understanding where a break of structure is. Number one, identify the trend. Identify the trend.
Okay.
We'll even write this down.
Mm-hmm. Steps to spot break of structure.
This will be good. Damn. Can be profitable but can't type. That's how it goes. Is that even the way? How to spell structure? I don't even know, and I don't care. How to spell break of structure?
That is how you spell structure. Well, that's how I spelled it. I think that's
Number one, identify the trend. Okay? Where is it going? Number two, okay? Up, trend or down trend?
Identify the trend.
Okay. Number 2, if in uptrend, okay, we are watching the lows, right? Because if we're moving up higher and higher, when are we going to get a break of structure? When the low gets taken out, when the low gets closed below. We don't care about the highs, right? We care about the lows, okay? Number 3, if in downtrend, we are watching highs, right? For opposite reason, right? We're moving down, so the only way for this thing to turn into an uptrend, right, is for it to go higher, right? If it keeps going lower, we're staying in the trend. Got it? Got it. Okay? Number 4, okay? Once you identify the trend, right, we figure it out. Okay. In order for it to be a break, again, I misspelled it. In order for it to be a break of structure to the upside, it has to close above, or actually we'll make this be a break of
So
structure.
I'm doing the shit I used to do in school, bro. Like, you know when they're like speaking and you're writing down at the same time, but you're not listening anymore because you're focusing on what they're saying to write it down, but you're not taking in what they're saying. That's literally what I was just doing for this. No, okay, well, only for number 4. First three I got because it was short sentences. Straight. Break of structure. For some reason, whenever I write structure, I go cursive. Break of structure to the upside.
The downside, because we talked about we're watching lows for the first one. I don't want to confuse you guys. Wow.
Okay, so
I can't even type. So in order for it to be a break of structure to the downside, which means it is turning from an uptrend into a downtrend. Damn, I wonder if I can make this smaller. There we go. It has to close below the most recent low. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Give me a nod. Yes? Yes.
I'm actually this guy's
Okay.
favorite.
Number 5.
Keep on listening to him.
Number 5. It's the exact same, but just opposite. Let's see if I can spell it right. Structure. Did it for me. I love technology. Oops, I was just copying. Upside into an uptrend. Oops, bad grammar on a instead of an.
Opposite.
In order for it to be a break of structure to the upside, which means from a downtrend into an uptrend. I'll even add that into there because that can get confusing, I know.
You guys seen that guy on TikTok? That's like eat raw meat, where animals and like everything's just man-made and it's all messed up because of everything. And that especially you eat raw meat and tomato. I think he says it mimics the blood. That's why we use tomato sauce, because it mimics the blood of when we would eat stuff from our ancestors and stuff. Well, yeah, because whenever we'd eat it'd be bloody, bro. We'd eat that shit raw and bloody. So his hypothesis is ketchup is there to simulate that, and subconsciously for us, and that raw meat is just the best thing you can eat, and this is poison. I'm eating poison. All of this poison. All of it. I don't know, I was eating tomatoes and I just thought about it.
Cool. So in order for it to be a break of structure to the downside, which means an uptrend into a downtrend, it has to close below the most recent low. Understand that we are consistent.
In order for it to break structure to the downside, uptrend into downward. That's a good bracket to make. I didn't make that.
Watching the most recent lows and the most recent highs getting formed. Okay, we are not listening or caring about past lows. Okay, so in this example, this gives us a perfect example, okay? Right, we make this low right here. This low, yes, it's lower than this one, but why do I not care about it anymore? Because this one is the most recent low that was made. Yes, price ended up closing below both of them, so we...
I'm just focused and stop eating poison.
Right, we make this example. This gives us about past lows. Listening or caring about past lows. Okay, so in this example, this gives us a perfect example, okay? Right, we make this low right here. This low, yes, it's lower than this one, but why do I not care about it anymore? Because this one is the most recent low that was made. Yes, price ended up closing below both of them, so we wouldn't have had an issue. But I know damn well that some of you guys, if it only closed below this one and not below this one, you guys would have been having a heart attack, shivering your fucking timbers, deciding whether or not to take a short. Okay? So we take the most recent low or high made. Okay, same thing with this. Same thing with this over there, right? We have a high right here. Oh, we make another high right here. Why is this, TJR, why are we using the wick of this? Because up candle and a down candle. How do we mark our highs? The highest point of those two candles. All right?
Yeah.
The wick, right there. We got it? We closed above that. Yes, we closed above both of these yet again. However, we don't care about this high anymore. Okay, there will be times when price will consolidate, right? Not within a trend, right? It'll just be consolidating, and you'll see a lot of that, right? You'll see, oh, move up, right? Right here. Move up, then a move down. Now this is a high. Move down, then a move up. This is a low. Move up, then a move down. This is a high. Move down, then a move up. This is a low, right? This is just pure consolidation. There is no trend within however many days this was. This would have been a terrible trading week for gold, right? There was no trend within this. There was no break of structure. Market had no clue where it wanted to go. Oops. Okay. Does that make sense? I feel like that is the easiest way that I could have put break of structure at all. Okay? We have it laid out. It is a step-by-step formula. Number one, identify the trend. What's the trend? Look at it. Lower lows and lower highs. Perfect. We're in a downtrend. Okay, so we are in a downtrend. What are we watching?
Watching the
we are watching highs. Where's our most recent high? Right.
I was about to say that.
Here. So in order for this to turn into an uptrend again, we have to wait for the daily time frame to close above here.
So okay. That could be today.
We just gotta sit back, relax, and wait.
That could be today.
This wick is not a high. This wick is not a high. This candle forming is not a high. If the next candle that forms is down though, then yeah, we'll move the high to there. But that hasn't happened. So where's the most recent high? Right there.
Here.
Cool. And when does it turn into an uptrend? When we get a candle.
The candle closes above the wicks.
Closure above there. Okay, we'll show one more example of a break of structure. Let me throw this on the weekly. Oh, this is money. Okay. Right here. Right, we're trending up.
Well,
all right, or actually, no. We'll go into like 15-minute time frame. This will be good. And again, remember, guys. Remember. I don't want you to watch this break of structure video and instantly be like, when there's a break of structure, it means it's gonna go up forever. Or what?
So what time frame do people normally trade on? Which time frame do they take their trades? Because I see them switching between them a lot, but like, which one are you taking?
When there's a break of structure to the downside, it's going to go down forever, because that is not true at all. Not true. Okay? Not true whatsoever. Because remember, in our trends video, if you have to rewatch that today, I highly suggest you do so. Remember, in our trends video, the weekly holds more power than the daily. The monthly holds more power than the weekly. If we see a break of structure to the downside on the daily, like we saw right here on gold, or sorry, on GU, right? And why is this a break of structure to the downside? Move down, move up. This is the low. We close below that. Market starts trending
Okay.
down.
Got you.
If we see a break of structure to the downside on the daily, but the weekly we're still bullish, it's just a retracement. Was this a break of structure? Little homework.
Wait. Okay.
Below that, market starts trending down. If we see a break of structure to the downside on the daily, but the weekly we're still bullish, it's just a retracement. Was this a break of structure?
High highs, high lows. Well, I need to see the full picture, man. Okay. Or no, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm just ass. Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it broke structure right here with this candle. When this candle went below this one, because I don't think that was quite below this one.
Little homework, little tip and trick for you guys.
I think it did.
This was the most recent low that we had. Is this a break of structure? No! Why is it not a break of structure?
Why?
You're probably saying, lower low. Shut up. We haven't closed below the low. We didn't close below. This is.
But why are we going to this low? Oh, that is the lowest low. I just didn't see that. I for real thought this was the lowest low. I didn't even see this.
It's a perfect example of what a lot of you guys.
You know what that comes from though? That's not even just like knowing it. That's just like practical. That's just like sitting on the charts, just looking at the shit, analyzing it all the time. Like I understand. I'd like to say I understand why it's not, right? Because I get it. This is the lowest low. Candle hasn't formed below it. So, then it looks like it's going back up. So the reason I thought it did was because I thought this was the lowest low that he's literally on right now. I thought this was the lowest low, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, bro, completely, bro. This candle's like fucking halfway over that shit. I did not even see this one. Like I didn't even. Damn.
As we'll be entering on, that just is not a break of structure. This looks like a liquidity sweep. And oftentimes, market will do this a lot to fake people out who think that a wick below a previous low is actually a break of structure. Because what's market probably going to do? It's probably going to come up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, maybe the next weekly candle will close below here. Maybe, if it wants to. But we have to wait for that. We can't just say, good enough, sell. Right? Because we don't want it to be good enough. We want to know. And because even when we know for certain, we don't actually know. So why would we take a trade off of something that's already low probability of being a break of structure, and already being in a market that's already very difficult to have a high probability to trade in, right? We're literally just reducing our chances of being a higher probability trader by taking bad setups like this, right? We need to wait for the low to get closed below. Same shit with this.
So basically what I'm gathering is you just sit on the market and you just watch it. You just watch it until there's until I guess the fucking structure breaks, and then you just take the trade. Like, you just watch it. So you don't trade for the trends then. You watch the trends. So do you trade the trend, or do you wait for the trend to break and then trade? And what the fuck was the point in learning what a doji was?
Same shit with this. This is an exact example of this right here. Same thing with this. Right? What's this? Move down, then a move up. This is a low. At one point in time, this black candle right here, this was a full black candle to the downside. It looked like this. I know damn well that 90% of retailers were just short. It's going down forever.
I don't understand why this is. He just giving an example right now.
And then what happens? Market never fucking breaks structure, and we push.
So this was the low. Okay, yeah, he's just giving an example. Okay.
Higher. Same thing here. Right? Right?
Yeah.
We get a move down, then a move up. No break. Move down, then a move up. No break. And market continues to push higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Because the trend never was broken. Trend never broke. And what were these? These were just liquidity sweeps, and we will learn about that next time. Okay?
I'm excited.
Hopefully that covered break of structure for you guys.
Heard a lot about the liquidity sweeps.
It has to be a close. Let's go back to that little thing that we had. Schmink. Let's do this on the daily.
It's the homework, TJR.
And let's drag this all the way up here. Identify the trend. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it going in higher highs and higher lows? Is it going in lower highs or lower lows? Boom. I literally made a checklist for y'all. Figure it out? Okay, perfect. It's in an uptrend. If it's in an uptrend, we are watching the lows. Perfect. Hawkeye those things. Watch every single new low that gets made, okay? That's actually something that I want. Because we only care about the recent ones that get made. Those are the only ones we care about. Okay, those are the only ones we care about. Those are the only ones that need closure above. Because who gives a fuck, right? If market's moving like this, or, right, I mean, we showed it in that GJ chart, but if market's moving higher highs, higher lows, and then one of the lows gets wicked below, but it keeps going higher, we don't care about that, right? Because market structure never was broken. We only care if it gets closed below, right? Also, right, for the most recent low point, okay, we're going like this, right? Who cares about this low if this new low was already made? If it's supposed to move in higher highs and higher lows, and the most recent low gets broken, gets closed below, then that means the structure is shift. Who cares about this one? It means we made a new low. We made a lower low compared to this one. Who gives a fuck about this? This was the trend. This was the most recent low. No one cares about this low. No one cares about this high. We care about the most recent ones that were made. Same.
Okay, that confuses me a bit. Because with this example that he made just now, or am I tripping? But you know, I'm not trying to go back, but you know what I'm talking about. He was literally like, I was asking like, okay, so why is it this candle? Like, why is it this wick? And but it was the lowest low, so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's probably why. But there were other lows after it that weren't lower, they were higher, but it was new. I don't know.
Thing for the downtrend.
I think I'm confused about something.
Okay, please drill that into your head.
Like, I literally had this whole thing.
And I suggest you guys write this down.
I kind of get it. I think I still got the gist of it.
Okay, so we know that we're in an uptrend, and if we're in an uptrend, we're watching the lows. We're watching the most recent ones that get made, and we forget about the old ones. Okay, after the most recent ones get made. And then once it's a break of structure to the downside in an uptrend, it has to close, the candle has to close below that most recent low. And that's it. That's break of structure.
Okay,
we got it? Okay, so what I want you guys to do for homework is find 10 examples of breaks of structure. This should be very, very easy because it's pretty easy to spot, especially with this checklist. Okay. Find 10 examples of an actual break of structure within the market, and then find 10 examples of what someone, a noob who hasn't watched this course, who hasn't watched this video yet, who hasn't watched my how to spot a break of structure in the market video, find 10 examples of what someone might consider a break of structure, but actually isn't. A wick below a low, or like a wick above a high, right? Something that might fake somebody out, that someone might believe is a break of structure, but isn't. So you guys can get good at spotting actual breaks of structures and then fakes. Okay? Do those two things. You need to have 20 examples by the end of this, okay? Until you're done with your homework. You need 10 examples of breaks of structure and 10 examples of fake outs or fake breaks of structure. Okay? Not real. All right? That's your homework.
Okay.
Make sure you get it done before tomorrow's video. I'll see you boys tomorrow. Yo.
Alright. Day 6. It's a good day. Hold on. So, I'm gonna wear my headphones now. I don't really have to. So, fuck. There's a lot of shit going on my desk. This is the book today. So you got my little diagrams and shit. A 2-pager. We haven't had a 2-pager yet, I won't lie. But yeah, 2-pager. Down. Day 6. It was pretty good. Learned a bit, and I mean, it was pretty good. What makes a high? What makes a low? Got the little diagrams. I should have explained it as I went through. Highs and lows are made of 2 candles. Put the 2 in caps, cause you have to know. Break of structure, trend flips. See, when I was making this, I didn't understand it, but now I do. Now I understand it. Alright, let me just read it. Break of structure is when... I actually don't know what I said yet. right, right there. AFA. I think it's. Oh no 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 no. Okay, break of structure is when a full candle is formed, breaking the current trend. That was my own. That was my own definition that I just came up with. So let me know if that's right or not. Important. Important. It is not a break of structure unless the candle closes above a high or below a low. Yeah. Steps to spot break of structures. Identify the trend. If an uptrend, we are watching the low. If in downtrend, we are watching the highs. In order for it to be a break of structure to the upside, to the downside, it has to close below the most recent low. I feel like I really just wrote the same thing down, like in 3 different ways. And then he was saying write the exact same thing down, just opposite. I really just said for 5, same as 4, just opposite, opposites. And now homework. We're not gonna, obviously won't do the whole thing, but we're gonna spot some. We're gonna go look for some. See, I don't. Oh, let me make it like that. Didn't I place a trade? No. Thought I did. Okay, let's go to gold. Okay, so uptrend. Sick. The high highs, high lower lows. Let's see, maybe it's about to break the trend right now. Where's the lowest low? It would be here, right? Okay, wait, no, let's see here. Identify the trend, uptrend. If uptrend, we are watching the lows. This is the lowest low, that's new, right? This has to be the lowest low. The newest lowest low, right? It would be this one. It would be here. How do I get those line things that he has? Okay, that's no. Trend line? Yeah, okay. I guess. Let me go to the 1 day. See, now this makes no sense to me. And now I'm stuck. Pause. 1 day. See, why does it look like this? Oh my god. I've actually just, this is life changing. Yeah. Okay. I'm really just trying to learn how to trade. Just, this makes it better for me to document. Okay. Can I get rid of these shits? Because this is really pissing me off. Okay, I'd say it's an uptrend, I won't lie. Okay, there's probably a fake out break of structure here. Low. Candle didn't break below it though. But this is the low here. And it broke the trend. Oh, why didn't it break? Ah, here. Is this the low we should be looking at? Or is it this one? But he says the low is the reds though. But this is the most recent low then, right? Or am I tripping? Am I straight bugging? Because otherwise it broke the trend. Unless it's this one or this one. Okay, well trend's here. Cause see, uptrend for quite a minute. Uptrend. right? Up, down. There's the low. Up, candle breaks. Yeah, okay. Got that. That makes sense. Got that. Got that. This is why. Here's the low. Candle formed over it. Sick, dude. Okay. Let's keep it stepping. Well, I mean, we can find any example here. Okay, downtrend, right? Downtrend. Now, when we're in the downtrend, we are looking at the highs. Down, high, 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 high. This is shitty downtrend though. Here's a good downtrend. So is this the high? No. This would be the high. Then in that. I need to look at the chart more, dude. Off camera and everything. Down. I ban someone. Okay. Okay. Let's see why the uptrend breaks first. And then we can see why the downtrend breaks. So when it's going up, we're only looking at the lows. No. This is lower. And then it broke the trend here, but I mean, it could have even been here, or here, broke it. Yeah, this is so like stuffy though. Okay, then down. It low-key didn't break the trend here, or am I tripping? No, well it must have eventually. Down, up, down. Where's the highest high? I don't get it, dude. Why did this just boom? I need to have it like this. This helps. Okay. Candle doesn't beat it there, so it keeps going down, right? Here's the highest high for this time. It keeps on going down. Is this where it breaks? Right here. No. Here. No. Fuck, man. Oh, shit, dude. I actually don't know. What the hell is going on here? What the hell? wow, that wasn't, I don't even know. Holy high. High, but you see, doesn't matter about the wicks, it matters about the candle. The candle broke. I mean, no. What am I saying, bro? I don't. It is not a break of structure unless the candle closes above a high or below a low. So is this the break of structure here then? So it's not above the high though. I'm bugging. It's not. The wicks is the high. What is this? The brothers must have been J Money, bro. Actually, I don't know how it came over to this PC. Okay, insane uptrend. Let's see how it ended. Up, woo, woo. 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 Okay. Uptrend. So we're watching the highs. Well, I mean we're watching the lows. Uptrend, we watch the lows. Low, low, low. Here's low. No, but this low's lower. Okay. But the trend does not break. It goes kind of stalemate here. What's it? Consolidation. The trend actually doesn't break here. Maybe the trend's just not broken. Maybe it's just going up forever. This is consolidation. Right now though, it's just fucking pumping, it's booming. Okay, let's go to GBD. GBPU. Oh, okay, we got a lot to work with here. Okay. Lows. Now we're looking at the highs. Where's the highest high? This is the highest high. And we can see this candle right here. Hold on. Let's get the drawing board out. This candle right here broke above it. Can I make it straight? Thank you. Candle right here broke above it. Or just in line with it actually. But above it. And then it goes up a little bit. And then I'm assuming the trend breaks again. So now it's on the low up. So now it's on a low uptrend. Where does the trend break? Is the real question though. Where's the lowest low? There is no lows. Okay, let's see here. It's going down. It's going down, so when it's on the lows, we're watching the highs. But there's no sign the trend is gonna break though, no? It literally just breaks. It's just going down and it was like, you know, I'm gonna go up. And you spend more time looking at the charts. Like this is shocking. This is a shocking performance for me, I won't lie. This is not a great start. Like this is not looking profitable with my current abilities. This is not looking profitable at all. To be fair though, it is only day 6. I don't even know what liquidity is, so I don't think I was expecting to be profitable. But so the homework was to find 10 examples. I found 1. 10 fake outs, fucking billion. I don't know. Okay, but that's low key. That's gonna be it for the video today. On God, I have to look at the charts off camera. Like if I only do trading or streaming on YouTube, unless I'm doing like 3, 4, 5 hour streams, it's not gonna be enough at all. I need to just hop on the charts like every here and there throughout the day. You know, like at school, like break time, just quickly hop on the chart, just quickly give it a peep, like 10 minutes, just like peeping it. Gym, peep it between the sets, just peep it. Come home, just peep it real quick. Just peep it. I just need to integrate it into my everyday life, just to take a peep, just like how I take a peep at the socials. Just the same thing. Just take a peep at the market. Just try and spot things. I think that's my next step in what I'm gonna do. But yeah, I'm gonna check you guys tomorrow. Check you.